Welcome to Houston, Texas, today at NRG Stadium, as we are going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Another opportunity to put on the headgear and finish this season on a winning note comes in the Texas Bowl. It's the LSU Tigers and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game he's trying to motivate his team in the locker room right now. They were in the college football playoff just a year ago. This season did not go exactly how they planned, but that does not mean they are ready to throw the towel in. Coach said, I understand we could have been better, but now is the opportunity to show people the team we can be. Let's focus on the future. That all starts today, one play at a time. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Cowboys offense that has the first possession of the game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Cowboys are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Making the adjustment on the play. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Right side, it's Hawkins. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Young. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Keeps it moving, it's Berry. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. LSU quick to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down here for the offense.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. If you gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Moves the pocket. It's Levis. Picked off. What a play to set him up. All kinds of room to the right. Pistols firing. Touchdown Cowboys. The defense putting points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Second and long here. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Thomas. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense.
Makes the grab and room to run. And he scores! Touchdown Tigers! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw one first. Finds his target down the middle. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Hands it off. Got some green grass. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Fires to the big fella. Maybe a crease. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a man. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
All over him immediately. LSU right back to the line. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. It's complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that.
Breaks the tackle, and he might have room. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Got his man to the left. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
In the red area, it's Riley. Defense all over it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Turns it upfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to? Not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Hawkins. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Young. He's not quite going to make it. A pickup of 3, and after the 2-minute timeout, it'll be 4th down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Cowboys come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Gives it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down to the air. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Cowboys, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Levin. Right side, it's Wilson. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Fresh center down's going to the air. That's caught. It's Wilson. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Out wide left, it's Berry. LSU will get a first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They're all over him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away.
Touchdown, Tigers! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back on first down. Going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, I caught up with the Cowboys head coach at the half. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sets his feet. It's Levin. Caught. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. LSU quick to the line. He'll throw on third down. Out wide right, it's Berry. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
From the gun, it's Berry. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick give. It's Berry. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Uh-oh, look out! He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Cowboys are rolling down the field. Hits inside, it's Hawkins. Brought down at the 30-yard line, it's a gain of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Driving forward, it's Hawkins. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's probably not where the hole was supposed to be.
No, that's not where it's supposed to go. You want to run the ISO in the middle of the field, downhill, All the guys are set up to run that play downhill too, so when you bounce it out wide, a lot of times those angles aren't set up on the outside, and the play was dead from the beginning with that inside penetration.
Second down, going to throw it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The short hand, just buried. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. LSU right back to the line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Makes the grab. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it in his belly. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The ride. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw on 1st. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Cowboys, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Touchdown, Cowboys! And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Might as well give it to him again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Running inside. It's Berry. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, pressure's coming. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And it's good! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
One possession game getting late here, and the winner will take a great feeling into the offseason. Making the adjustment. First play of this drive. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cowboys, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Drops back on first down. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Cowboys are in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll set up to throw. Right on target this time. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Burrowing for yardage. Touchdown, Excellent pass by the back on the option. Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Complete out left to Wilson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Levin. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Berry. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now, you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Minute and a half to go, and to have a chance, they have to recover this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Checking in from the Oklahoma State sideline. This is so fun to watch these guys hype up their wide receiver. Every time they come off the field, there is yet another celebration. He has been an incredible downfield target, over 160 yards receiving, and he continues to eat. The quarterback keeps telling him, hey, you're my guy. I'm looking for you every play. They are feeding off of his energy here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. They want to throw it. That's looking for the goal line. And into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. He scores for the 5th time in this game. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. Moving the pocket, it's Levitt. Turns it upfield. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference-maker play.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Wants to go up top on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll keep it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarter.
Goes high to pull it in. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. LSU quick to the line. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. To throw, it's Levitt. Look out! And they got it. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. A shot toward the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.